Jeff Wilson here with Mike the Mercenary Hill. You are going to be fighting Bobby Lee at CFFC 85, two-day event on Fight Pass, UFC Fight Pass. Looks like a fantastic one. Man, how did this fight come all about?
I've been in the works for a bit, man. You know, since the pandemic, I've been really hustling. I was ready to fight right before the pandemic. You know, before that, obviously, a big year layoff. You know, just working hard, grinding, put some feelers out there to, you know, I got a call for UFC Vancouver, and actually a reporter by the name of Aaron Bronsteter, a Canadian reporter. He put my name into the hat, I guess, and I was the #1 pick there, and they're really hammering at me to get in and fight Michael Pereira, the fight that Tristan Connelly did so well in. And you know, that was amazing to see. So shout out to Tristan Connelly, who got in the UFC, and you know, Cinderella story in Vancouver that was amazing to watch, and you know, just to be a part of his journey and see that happen. But yeah, man, you know, it was tough, right? So I reached out to the manager that got a hold of me there, Michael Pereira's manager, Danny Rubenstein. And I just asked Danny if there's fights around the world or where I could go or what I could do to fight. And Danny just said, you know, it's going to be pretty tough right now, man. You just got to keep training and hopefully things open up. And so I reached out to Aaron and said, hey, is there any other managers that are doing good things or, you know, that you put me in touch with here? And he ended up putting me in touch with a guy named Matt Dodge from Dodge Sports. And so Matt accepted my request. Long story short, me and Matt had a few conversations. They went really, really well. I started following him and his team. He was doing big things for some Canadian fighters, and it just looked like, you know, one of a kind and a perfect fit. Now, Matt didn't sign me, didn't really talk about having me on the team, but, you know, we had some good conversations in the last, you know, 3 months and checking up on each other. And, you know, I think he was following me as well, seeing how hard I work, seeing the kind of person I am, the type of athlete I am. He heard some a lot of good things about me from a lot of Canadian coaches and fans and stuff. And he just asked how long I needed, and I said, you know, 4 weeks would be great, 6 weeks would be awesome, but you know, I'll fight tomorrow if I have to. So I think he liked that attitude, and short notice fight came up about 9 days ago. Essentially, it was a guy against UFC veteran, Bellator veteran named Nashawn Burrell. So I accepted that fight, waited for the contract. It didn't come. And then, yeah, you know, I thought the fight wasn't going to happen. The contract wasn't going to come. And then, you know, God blessed me and the universe blessed me with the title fight, man. And so when my text message went off and my phone rang and I read that, you know, me and my daughter were jumping up for excitement. And I was on the next ferry to training camp, man, for, you know, 6 days here. So.
Fantastic, man. Great to hear, and loving the guys over at Dodge. They really get it, and to have you back in the mix, really happy about that. Hey, man, we're just talking a little bit about walkout music. What's your favorite walkout song you usually come out to?
Tough one, man. I think I've come out to a different song every fight. So there's probably about 15 different songs. To me, it just, well, first things first, whatever I'm flowing with, whatever I'm jamming to, you know, whatever's kind of going on in my life and what song kind of, you know, makes sense to me during that chapter of my life. It's been a different song every time, man. And I've had different songs for you know, like my first fight, I had a song picked out before I even fought. And, you know, the first time I ever fought in front of my family and friends, I had to walk out to Juicy by Notorious B.I.G. and, you know, MGK, there's Street Dreams. Just talked a lot about him, you know, and his daughter and what, you know, fighting for his daughter and stuff like that. And yeah, man. And then I got a buddy who's always been in my corner. He's like the one guy, you know, in the world where if you had to pick one guy to have your back and travel with you anywhere in the world to go into a fight or, you know, to get out of hell, you want this guy, Corey Knight, the Machine. And he's kind of, music's his thing. He's always sending me songs, and I kind of let him help me pick. And you know, he gives me a few songs each camp, and you know, kind of what's going on in life, and we kind of jam to the same stuff. So, so yeah, man, it's different every time. This fight, I don't have a song at all. I don't even care. Usually they ask you when you walk into medicals, you know, you sign a little piece of paper, you name your 3 favorite songs, and the DJ picks one or whatever it is. Hopefully it's the one you pick and you want is number one. But right now, man, I don't care, dude. I hope there's no music. I want to go out there and I just want to feel every little bit of energy and just all that raw emotion and just, you know, it's the sound of no fans, you know, the emptiness of the arena and just, you know, my heartbeat and you know, my fist clench and my bones just, you know, just ready to go, man. I'm just primal as fuck right now, dude. I'm ready to rock.
Love it, man. I love that description, and it is a different environment with a few less people in the crowd. So it's exciting to hear you talk about. Hey, listen, I also noticed that you changed your nickname from the Messenger to the Mercenary. You want to talk a little bit about that? It's interesting.
Yeah, that was a nickname change about 6 years ago. The Messenger was a nickname that my little brother gave me in a time that me and my little brother weren't really connected for many, many years. And MMA kind of changed my life to the better. And my brother seen that, and he reached out to me and gave me the nickname The Messenger. And the Messenger comes from being an angel, you know, being Michael and Saint Michael. You know, I have him tattooed on my arm. You know, my bro just said, hey, man, you're doing good things, great things. And, you know, you can be a messenger. You can be a role model. You can be a leader. You can help out kids and youth and you know, be really good for our community. And then you can go send the bad guys messages in the cage. And, you know, I loved it, man. It stuck, you know, it was super cool and it was super fitting at the time. And then Henry Cejudo came on the UFC scene and he was blowing up and he was nicknamed the Messenger. So I kind of got rid of it on my own. And then I met another messenger in Thailand and I was like, okay, good thing I got rid of it. And then my grandfather, 6 years ago, I was with Cowboy Cerrone in Albuquerque and you know, a healthy man, you know, hunter fisherman here on the West Coast, never seen a doctor in his life, suddenly got diagnosed with brain cancer and the doctor didn't give him too long to live. So I was very fortunate enough to come home and spend, you know, every day with him for the next, you know, 6 months. And, you know, we got to talking and, you know, we talked a lot about my fights and just, you know, me changing as a man, you know, from a boy and, you know, from a young man and now a man. And you know, we were talking about all my fights and he was asking me how come I don't fight anybody easy and how come nobody comes here to fight me and how come I can't fight in Victoria or Powell River and how come I'm always going to these guys' hometowns and the home barns where I'm the bad guy. And he called me a mercenary, man. He called me a Canadian mercenary. And, you know, he asked me what that was and he just, you know, gave me a pretty cool description where, you know, you're the #1 soldier of your country. You're the #1 superhero. Guys like Batman and you know, Spider-Man and Deadpool and, you know, all your favorite superheroes are all mercenaries, right? They're the people that protect the community and your families when it's dark and from bad guys. And they're the guys that want to, you know, go in and do the dirty work. And they're usually soldiers hired for big time money from their governments. So you're a Canadian mercenary and that's what you should be nicknamed. And so it stuck, man. It kind of stuck, and that's kind of the role I've played the last, you know, I mean, I don't even know, 7 years. You know, I'm fighting all these guys in their hometowns. I'm fighting all the guys that nobody wants to fight. I'm fighting all the top prospects coming up that, you know, they're going to beat me. That's just how it goes, man. That's how the nickname got switched around there and changed up.
I love that, and what a great story as you go again into enemy territory to fight Bobby Lee, September 18, 19 on UFC Fight Pass. Man, best of luck to you. I know you're heading out tomorrow morning. Yeah, man, go get it, and you know, I'll be yelling at the TV for you.
Thank you so much, man. Yeah, and I just want to shout out to you know, all my family and friends, my training partners, both in Powell River and Victoria. You know, there's quite a few to always remember and to name, but you know, yeah, you know, shout out to my daughter Blythe if you're watching. You know, my little nephews Holden and Theo, little baby Nia, my girlfriend Amelia, And big thanks to my mom who, let me come down here on a short notice during a pandemic where, not many people would let you come into their home and be around a gym full of animals and germs and all that kind of stuff. And, keep me ready and keep me, warm and fed. So a big shout out to my mom. And yeah, man, September 18th, Fight Pass.
The Mercenary Hill. Thanks so much, brother. We'll talk soon.
Peace.